Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al,
it's good to hear.
I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake. Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
It's fascinating. You guys have any coffee thermoses around? I'm a bit parched. Where to, boss? Over there? Okay. Why don't you keep heading that way? I'll take a little look-see around here.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Alright. Lead the way, mister. Hello? Rose? Anybody home?
Just follow me. It's not far.
Oh. I saw something.
Yeah, how about that?
Corner of my eye.
It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky.
Oh.
But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Alright. Sounds like it. Excuse me.
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Alright. We'll keep going then. I'm waiting on you, pal. Just show me the way. Oh, is that a page? Saw something shiny there. Oh, it's this way? Are we there yet?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Is this why she's always obsessed with keeping the lights on?
Give me a break, mister. Can we
Oh.
just get a move on?
Sorry, I was just thinking. Barbara Jagger, BJ. I think we've found our BJ to our TZ. Thomas Zane and Barbara Jagger. Intriguing. Alright. What? Is that where Rose is? She in the dumpster? What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, back here again. Come on then, lead the way. Let's keep it moving. I can see the interior of this trailer. That must be Rose's trailer then.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Alright.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You
What?
must finish what you started. I insist.
You
You?
must turn the lights on.
You're Barbara?
Turn the light on.
What's hap...
Back to work, boy.
Where the hell am I now? What is this place?
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
It's turning into a horror story now? What was it a story of before? Okay. Interesting.
Rose took a day from me.
Oh.
I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper.
I'm still
All I
here.
could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. Have a nice day.
Goodbye,
My phone
Rose.
and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Now there's a manuscript page.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Oh dear. That's gonna end up complicating things, to say the least. Oh, there's a radio now too?
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I am the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know, I just...
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had a, argument with Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, and, I'm just, well...
I heard something like that, Walt.
Yeah, well, he's, Danny's my best friend, and, he let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
How can I be sure?
What? Okay. Walt, Snyder, and Danny. Okay. Wonder what the connection is there. Or maybe it's just background fodder. I wonder if we'll end up making a guest appearance on KBF FM. I can see that happening. Okay. Any manuscripts around? I'm not gonna scour the entire trailer park again. I've already did that once. Not really in the mood to do it again.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
What?
God knows
Oh.
what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him
What?
up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
The hell? I didn't do nothing. Why are you doing this to me? This ain't right. The girl's the one who drugged me for the first time around. Now I'm getting the blame for it too? Get out of here. Not on my watch.
Stop running! There he goes! Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh.
Damn.
Come on now. Not the freaking predator. Ow!
Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Sus. Another page all the way out here in the woods.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh. The hell? Hey. You okay, officer? Oh dear. It's over, alright.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
No. The hell? Is the darkness protecting me? Or am I just getting lucky?
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Oh shit. Time to go. I don't even have a flashlight on me, do I? Yeah, that's not good. Oh! What? What was that? Something explode? What was that?
This is James.
Thornton here. Jake, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what you... Come on! Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Huh. Alright.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
A radio station, huh? Would that be radio KBFM? Or some other station? Alright, well, I was kind of hoping to find some weapons or anything. Maybe a flashlight at least. But guess not.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Yeah. It does sound like a cooperative fella.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Without a light. Okay. Ah. A light like this, perhaps?
There was no power to the searchlight.
Ah. Power, you say? Alright, well, let's get some power then. There we go. That ought to do it.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it
What?
and try again.
What gives? Is it on a timer or something? It's weird. There we go. That ought to do it for now. Let's head through that gate. And to the radio station. Again with this? Alright. Excuse me? Oh. That should help a bit. There we go. Done and done. Alright, let's keep going.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Sure. It's like a light bomb. And these shadows hate light, so it's the perfect one too. Let's give it a shot. See how it works out for us. Alright. I thought I would be able to control where I can throw the thing, but no, he just threw it without hesitation. Right in front of his feet. Not really ideal, but as long as it gets the job done, I guess. Excuse me? Go away, please. I have time for this. Oh. Alright. Don't mind if I do.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on?
Pistol shots.
It's just next door, and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Intriguing. Oh. Excuse me? Ow. Fuck off. Hey. Where'd my light go? God damn it. What happened to the cheat I put on?
Deactivated. Activated.
You sure about that? Doesn't look activated to me. I'm still losing health over here. What gives? Alright.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had
crayons. What?
All her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Okay. Pretty sure you could have tasted that. Didn't notice that the coffee was especially bitter? I guess not. Or maybe you thought because she was a woman she didn't know how to make coffee? Yeah. Even though that seems to be her only job at the diner? Oh boy. Here we go. Where the rest of you dipshits come from? What the hell is that? That sucky ass game. Enough of this. Go away. Just trying to look for some pages. Can't man look for some manuscript pages and coffee thermoses in peace? What does the world come to? When a man can't hike out on the woods in the middle of the night on his own, looking for manuscript pages. Give me a break. What? Oh! Going through these like candy. I would appreciate something else besides them, or more of them, I guess. Either or. Okay, some flares and a flare gun. It's better than nothing, I guess. I don't know if the flares kill them, they just end up keeping them away. Trust no one in the dark. Okay. Something's supposed to happen here? Walk in light. Okay. I turned on the generator, but there was no light. Is the light outside? Oh, okay. I guess so. Alright, to the police station. Radio station. Here we go. Oh, shit. Yeah, these flares don't really do anything. Alright, see you later. Excuse me while I look for a better weapon. Oh, there we go. Alright, 4 flashbangs. Here we go. Now we're in business. Is that it? Okay. Looked like there was a bit of white on there, no? Okay. Just saying things. It's fine. I'm used to it now. Alright. Yeah, I don't care anymore. Just gonna make a beeline for the lights. And if I miss out on any pages, then so be it. Hello. Sir, do you have any friends with you, or is it just you? Oh. It's just you, huh? Okay. Let's hope so. I'm not too keen on the idea of just constantly wasting my flashbangs on one enemy. Not really my ideal.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Okay. Anything outside before we go talk to Maine? Just another thermos. That's about it. Alright.
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
19?
Well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
15.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Hello.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
Whoa.
It's Alan Wake, you dumb cop. Why do you keep getting my name wrong?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Well, time to run again.
yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop.
It's not my name, retard.
Chance to tell Maine where I was going.
Do your work.
I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
Do some research. What kind of FBI agent are you? You don't even know my name.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you? Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
What's his beef with me anyway? He's acting like his wife is the one that's got missing. What did I do to him? I haven't even heard of him. I wasn't even there. Alright then. Hello? Alright, there we go. An actual gun. Fantastic. Never thought I'd be this happy to see a revolver. But, nope. Fuck off. Prick. I'm already out of ammo. Back to square one again. Fantastic. Where does this path lead? Suck on that. Goddamn troglodytes. Okay, now what? I've got nothing on me. Nothing that can kill them, anyways. I don't think I can kill them with flashlights. Ah, well, you guys are persistent. I'll give you that much. Yeah, I'll give you that much. Alright, let's try that again, maybe? Without getting pursued this time around? Alright. Can we now just get to the top without getting pursued this time around? Let's find out. I don't know which genius decided to have one manuscript page all the way at the top of this mountain. And some flares, not even anything else that is actually useful. No revolver bullets, no flare gun ammo, no flashbang grenades. Flares, you know? The things that can't kill any of the shadow people, even when you're standing right in front of them. Flares. That's it. Wonderful. Alright. Let's try that again. Here we go.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
Okay. And who's Danny again? He's not the trailer park owner, right? I don't even know anymore. I don't care. Who gives a shit? I just want to get out of here. I just want to find my wife. Never should have come to this shithole. Speaking of shithole. Hey, coffee thermos. Okay then. Cool. Again, whoever is the genius that decided to basically punish people for exploring, I would just like a name and address. That's all. I'll take care of the rest. Just a name and address, please. So we can have a nice long chat about the decisions that they've made throughout their lives. The decisions that led them here. Alright. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Already? Excuse me. No. You're supposed to be dead. That flashback grenade is supposed to kill you, not just slightly injure you. No. Your fucking god mode bullshit is not gonna work with me, pal. You're supposed to die. Why aren't you dead yet?
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
I'll be back. Alright. Let's see if this version of the trainer works or not. Or if it's all just a bunch of bullshit still.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use. Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien.
Okay. We already found the page, so does that mean we're good to go? Let's hope so. 'Cause I'm not going back out there to do that again. That's for damn sure. I don't know why I'm turning all these on. I don't know what the purpose of all this is. Is there gonna be like a big horde of monsters coming my way? I guess so. Darkness controls the Taken. Okay. Well, we got our answer on if the trainer works or not. Still doesn't work.
Deactivate it. Activate. Deactivate it.
Yeah, thanks. We ain't activating shit, buddy. But I suppose it's the thought that counts, right? Alright, let's just get to the train depot. Move on with our lives. Is that another manuscript page? Okay. Well, I gotta get that. Even if I am gonna get ambushed next.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Alright, cool. That was worth it. Let's keep going. Hello? Anything worthwhile? No? Alright. I'm gonna head out then. There we go. Now we're talking.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Excuse me? Oh! Right on schedule, huh? Fantastic. What? Oh.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else.
Nice.
Looking out from behind your eyes.
What?
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
She sounded pre-recorded, so to speak. Hey, what's going on here? I thought I saw a page up here. My eyes just playing tricks on me, I guess? Alright. Must have been the wind. Alright, there's a page. Ooh. There's another hidden stash somewhere, too. Okay.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Uh-oh. I can't say I'm looking forward to this. Getting attacked by bridges now? Great. As if I wasn't having enough of a bad time already. Oh! What you saying? Hmm. Very interesting. I don't think so, pal. Sit the hell down. Get out of my face.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
You know what they say about hope, don't you? Oh, look out.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Hey! Oh! Hey! The hell? It's like playing Gary's mod. What's going on?
The opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
I'm not supposed to fight these things, am I? How? They're a bunch of metal. What do you want? You want me to shoot at them? What's that gonna accomplish? Come on. Could have totally gone through. Could have squeezed through between them. I don't know why I have to make this so complicated.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Shut up. Fucking hack writer. This is all your fault. Useless fucking waste of time. Really? I am supposed to fight them with light?
The opposite shore.
So gay.
I hoped I could find a car from there. The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. The opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there. The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Okay then. Here we go. Oh. No, thank you. Not interested. Oh. Thank you. Took you long enough. That's alright, I forgive you. It's all good. Oh. Oh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dickhead, thank you. Fantastic. What was that? Okay. We're still recording? What was that popping sound? Okay. Where's the other prick coming from? There he is. Hello, prick. Fuck off. Go try your gorilla bullshit on someone else. Try it on someone who cares. You ain't scaring me, fool. Alright, what do we got here? Some flares, revolver ammo, lithium batteries. Oh! A new episode of, not Twilight Zone. What's it called? Night Falls, or whatever?
We take the facts of our existence for granted.
The Phantom Zone.
They are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs.
Oh yeah, that's it. Night Springs.
Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful.
chill tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derleth, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. But you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young.
What's it burping? It's not scary when he's burping. Oh my god, there's a rat crawling under his shirt.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
I don't know, man. It's like a 50-50, you know? You're either gonna find a bunch of, you know, cock-obsessed cultists, or you're gonna find a bunch of Cthulhu-worshipping animals, basically. You know? It's a 50-50, so I'd say it's still worth the gamble. In my opinion, really. But that's just me. Oh! Almost fell down without picking this up.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Alright, thanks for that. Ouchies. A lot of supply boxes. Wonder what's gonna happen next. Excuse me? And I'm dead. As if finding a bunch of fucking shadow meth tweakers is not bad enough. I have to avoid this fucking piece of shit bulldozer too? How's that fair? There's crows too? Woohoo! Okay. That's good. Good stuff. Okay. I'll be back. Alright. Let's try this again. See if this one works. I don't know. I don't think it's working. Okay. Never mind. I take that back. It is working. Alright. This should smooth things over a little bit. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I can destroy the thing. Hey, you're not taking any damage. I'm not taking any damage. Sounds perfect to me. Perfect exchange. Want to play dirty? I'll play dirty too. Nothing wrong with that.
Never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Oh yeah, we're still doing the hostage exchange. Not really. Well, I guess it is an exchange, right?
The coal mine wasn't far now.
Of sorts. Hey, it's daytime now, so there shouldn't be any shadow monsters, right?
Today,
you would think so.
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
All my guns are gone now. Alright, well, Alice can wait. I'm just gonna go for a stroll a bit. Stretch my legs. It's been a while.
Even during daytime, I was being stalked. The bridge must have collapsed only moments after I'd crossed it.
How odd. How convenient and inconvenient. Inconvenient for us because we can't cross back on the bridge again, but convenient for the game developers because now instead of putting an invisible wall, they can just say, oh, well, the bridge is out, so what are you going to do? Jump off of it? Okay. So why am I not taking the... Okay, yeah. Why'd you stop and get off the car and then get back on the car again? Okay.
Little by little,
whatever.
Without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
It all matches a textbook I was reading. Why are we switching cars around like it's GTA? Doesn't matter. None of these cars belong to me, so... whatever. Oh! Bridge is out too. Okay. I see. Ow. Ow. Hold on. Where is this lead? Oh. This leads to the coal mine, does it? This is like a shortcut of sorts? Okay. Or where does it lead to? I don't know. Ooh, radio. All right. This should be interesting.
Maine, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. And I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Alright. Thanks a lot, Maine. Appreciate your words of encouragement. Are we still pretty far from our destination? Looks like it. Okay, maybe I should get the car then. Where's the car again? Well, there's a car here. No, I'll just take this one, shall I? Since it's sitting here and all, might as well. Look out. Alright, this is in the coal mine still. What is this? Like a watchtower of sorts? What's going on up here?
Welcome back to KBS.
Another radio.
Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Oh, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even? There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter. How is that harsh?
Yeah, well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past, but I do miss the way she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
Alright, well. Hope you get better, man. Keep up the good work. He's not listening to me. Alright, this isn't the coal mine either. What is this place? Is this like a... what? A sawmill? A logging camp? Construction site? Hello? Anybody home? Oh. Alright then. Sure. Don't mind if I do.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the ferry had been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been impressed. He'd gotten a good long look at the wife, though, and he liked what he saw. Mott had fantasized about goading Wake into a fight, but it hadn't happened. Still, he'd get his chance to see if the writer had anything in him. He'd been promised as much.
I guess this Mott fella is our kidnapper friend? I'm assuming. And he's been specifically given instructions to kidnap my wife and mess with me? So, even though he has no personal interest in me or mine, but someone clearly does. Whoever that hired him. Whoever's been pulling his strings, so to speak. Oh! It is the coal mine. Bright Falls coal mine, okay. That was just the upper part. Visitor parking, alright. Park right over here.
I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Alright, well. Let's take a look around. Let's learn a bit about Bright Falls' history. While there were some earlier residents in the area, the true genesis of the town of Bright Falls came with the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Company and the opening of the Bright Falls coal mine in 1878. Although the work was hard and dangerous, many immigrants, Germans, Poles, Italians, Finns, and Swedes, among others, worked the mines. Fascinating. While lucrative at first, the mining steadily declined in the 20th century. The seams were rich but hard to get at, and the volcanic activity in the area made the mine shafts particularly dangerous. Oh. What do we got here?
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
How many do we got left now? 1. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oof. 10 pages. Either we missed a lot of pages or this episode is still far from over. In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now many of the remaining buildings are protected as historical landmarks. Sad, isn't it?
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
And it's night now.
Wake! Where the hell are you?
This is not something.
You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big
No.
mountain north of where you are. You
No.
follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a
No.
lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
Want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Alright.
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Just tell me where to go. Point the way, Alan. How do I get out of here? Hello? Oh. I see it. If he's not here, the kidnapper, then who will lock the door behind me? Strange, isn't it? I'd say so. Oh boy. Guess we're going down the mines. Oh, or maybe not all the way down. Alright. Excuse me. Let me just read this first.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Well, that's nice. Anyway. Can we get out of here now, please? Can't scare me, object. Get out of here. I won't be intimidated by the likes of you. Oh, flashbang. Where? Oh. Okay, yeah. Don't mind if I do. Hello? Okay, I'm gonna climb up now. Don't do anything funny here. Excuse me. Coming in. Get out of here. Get out of town.
What the hell?
Oh. That can't be good.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Alright. Good luck with that. Oops. No. Don't do that, Alan. Go away. Stop wasting my time, boy. Alright. We can work with this. There goes my checkpoint. Yippee! So long, losers. See you never. Who's there? Goodbye. This conversation is over. Alright. Nothing else to see here, I guess? Okay. Let's keep climbing. A thermos and a page. Sure.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
Alright then. If you say so. Okay. Cool. Cool story, bro.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Yeah, you're right about that. They don't exactly hand them out at your nearest convenience store. So who would have thought to bring them along here? And why? Oh! The black goo returns. Praise be. Cool. Don't even try to mess with me, pal. I'm not in the mood. Oh. There you go.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Okay. Who's Raymond Chandler? That's not my name. Is this who's been writing the manuscript? Raymond Chandler? If that's the case, how does he know so much about me? Okay. Ooh, here we go. Another flame stash. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if... Don't mind if I do. That's it? Alright. Yeah, trust no one in the... Cool. Let's keep going, shall we? Not this way. Oh. There we go. Oh. Easy. Eat. Alan! 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 God damn it. Didn't need to make this as difficult as it needed to... What? Didn't need to make this as difficult as it turned out to be. Glad to see that the platforming is as good as it was in Max Payne 1. Fucking 10 years prior to this game. Thank you. Appreciate that. Wow.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Alright. We're getting some upgrades here today. Don't mind if I do. I had no dream, I had no plan, but a gun looked good in my right hand. Watch out! In the business of wrong and right, we were born and raised in black and white. What's going on here? There's two paths leading to the same... What? What's going on here? Got a guy stuck behind a tree. The hell? Now's not the time to joke around, Gary. Come on. Wake up, will ya? Snap out of it. Get out of here. Goddamn hooligans. Oh! What's in the fridge? Is there nothing in the fridge? I guess not. Cool. Is there no loot on this side of the trail? Huh. Doesn't look like it. Alright. Enough screwing around. Let's get back to it. Back to the lookout. Okay. Are they still coming towards me, or? Alright. That's good. Oh. The trees are getting angry again.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach.
Oh.
Was it going for Alice?
Stalker much? Come on, man. Stalking is not cool. Oh.
Graveyard shift may cause cancer.
You're giving me cancer right now, pal. You know that? Yeah. Your existence is cancer enough. The world is a much better place without you in it. I can tell you that much. Okay. Sure. Hello? Oh. Okay. Oh, checkpoint. Neat. Excuse me? What's all that movement back there? What's all that movement back there? A whole lot of clapping.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Okay. Oh. Watch out for the car. Go away, car. I'm in my mom's car. Oh.
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Oh. Almost missed this. Yoink. Batteries. We're good on that front. Is that another thermos in there? There's something glowing inside. Could be my flashlight reflecting, I guess. Alright then. Now what, huh? A sofa? A friggin' washing machine? What's next? Come on. Alright then. Cool. I guess when you run out of enemy ideas, just chuck some random shit around. Like a prop hunt session gone wrong. Hello? Ow.
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Alright then. What? You want me to switch my shotgun for a hunting rifle? No thanks. Yeah, sorry, but that's not gonna happen. Maybe if I run out of shotgun ammo. But right now, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not even fazed by that anymore. Can knock down as many trees as you want, pal. Won't even be able to get a reaction out of me. Oh, ladder. There we go. Another cache. Where's this one hiding?
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Right. Well, he's gonna have to wait a little longer, I'm afraid. Still got some things to take care of.
birds.
Oh, hell no. Whoa. What? You're gonna follow me down here too? Alright. Didn't think so. Alright. Great. Managed to avoid the birds, but how the hell are we gonna get out of here? What? Who's there? Alice?
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain.
Ow. My brain. I guess that means I'm heading the right way?
Alice? I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Hey. You ain't gotta tell me twice.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence, sucked deep into a darkness far worse than any ghost story they ever told or heard.
Cool. Okay. Is that it then? That's a dead end, looks like. Alright. So we weren't going the right way, but hey, at least we found a page. So that's cool, I guess. There we go. Let's try going this way this time. See where this path takes us. Going up or going down? I don't think there's anything down there. I would go down there and check, but too lazy. Cool, thanks for the ammo. Another page. Just like that.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind. For all he knew, they could all be under Wake's spell already. You do what you have to do to get the job done. He took comfort from the bottle in his hand. Please, he thought, just let me get through this.
But the bottle is what's gotten him into this whole mess to begin with. Okay. Oh. Uh-oh. Where you going? Where you going, huh? Where you going, buddy boy? Going away so soon? Alright then. Let's get back to it.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Now we're playing fucking a Tomb Raider game. Alright. Should be good enough, right? You'd think so. Phew. Okay. And then... Oh, I see. Do that. And then... we do this. Should be good enough. And then we go up here. Then we walk across here. And there we go. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay. I guess we gotta go down to get back up. What? What? Why are you back here again? Oh, okay. I see, yes. It all makes sense to me now. Whew. Alright. Now we're out of the mines. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Are we going down or up? I think we're supposed to go down. So, let's go up first. See what we can find. More useless flares. Another ladder. Leading to another manuscript page. Alright. Something on your mind, Alan? No? Alright then.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I don't need to see that again. Who's Tor Anderson? He's not one of the two geriatric rockers that we met at the diner, is he? Tor Anderson. Alright, well. Sure, it's nothing to worry about. Not yet, at least. Get lost, birds. Go and find yourselves another meal. Ching.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Oh, brother. Well, you know what they say, second time's the charm. Sure nothing will go wrong this time around. Oh. Come on. Oh. Come on, man. I was right there. At least let me finish. Okay.
Shit.
It's a bit immature of you, no? Come on. You're embarrassing yourself here. What? Okay. I tried shooting them before. Nothing happened. Maybe I wasn't aiming exactly at the center or something? Whatever. It's too late to worry about that now. I've already missed out on like 5, maybe 6 stacks already. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that that ship has sailed. Long, long ago. Still trying to sell me this hunting rifle thing? Alright. Why not? Excuse me? Get out of here. Oh. Cauldron Lake. The 8th deepest lake in the world, Cauldron Lake is a caldera lake formed in a volcanic crater. The volcano itself could be considered to be active, but it has not erupted since the volcanic earthquakes of 1970. And even then, the underground activity was comparably mild. Despite some property damage, there were no casualties. Cauldron Lake is one of the most beautiful spots in the Bright Falls area, as well as a central figure in many local folktales. It's a popular recreational area for the area residents. Cool. How we're doing on the manuscripts? We got 2. 1. Okay, so 3. Okay, just 3 left. Alright. Oh. Oh, come on. Really? Oh dear. Fuck was that? Trying to fucking Naruto run on me? Freak. Get that shit out of here. Ooh. Hello. Now we're talking. Oh. Ooh. Another cache is nearby. Here we go. Now we're in business. Damn. We'll soon be all full up on flare gun ammo. Let's try to use some of it before it's too late, before the level ends, and we're back to square one again.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
So, did we take a wrong turn, and did Alan plunge his car into a bridge that used to be there but wasn't? Thinking that there was still an island on Cauldron Lake, or I don't know, man. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. I give up. Yo. Oh, what? Okay. Sure. That's one way to do that. Ooh. Can we get it from here? Oh. Oh. Where'd the door go? Yeah. You talk to me on TV, Tom. Tom. Who the hell is Tom? Did you write this? I miss you, Tom. Oh, Tom. Zane. Tom is Zane. Yeah, Tom is Zane. Tom. Oh. Is this... Wait. CW? CW and TZ. Uh-oh. Who's CW? Tommy? Who did you cheat on who? Tommy's been a naughty boy. Well, I guess it could have been an older relationship, right? I suppose that's also possible. I suppose. Oh. Finally full up on flares. Isn't that something? Hello? Oh. Okay. Get lost, you little rascal. That shit out of here, boy. Okay. Let's try that again, I guess. There we go. And... there we go. Let's not forget about the thermos. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now we can keep going. Still haven't gotten to that
See Cauldron Lake.
lookout, huh?
I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
Alright. Well, are we going to the lake or are we going to the lookout?
I was close now.
What's going on?
I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Yep.
I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now.
Interesting. Is this what's gonna happen next? I wonder. Is that it? Okay, just one more page. I think we've missed out on that. But, who knows? Here we go.
I'm here! I'm coming!
Hello, is that you, Mr. Kidnapper?
Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't
Hello?
We don't know where she is. She's probably drowned.
What?
We had her to make a play ball. You see? They got writing for us. Please.
Who are we talking to?